Hello Bookish friends, welcome to my May wrap-up part 3. In this video, I will first of all talk about the monthly Bookish statistics for the month of May. Then I will briefly mention the yearly reading challenges that I'm doing and talk about the readathons that I participated in the month of May, which were Middle Grade May, Miserymay and Booktrovert Bingo. In the month of May, I read a total number of 12 books. I read 4 general fiction, 3 mystery, 2 historical fiction, 1 fantasy, 1 non-fiction, and 1 horror. I read a total number of 3060 pages. I read 2 works less than 100 pages, 3 books between 100 and 200 pages, 2 books between 200 and 300 pages, 3 books between 300 and 400 pages, 1 book between 400 and 500 pages, and 1 book between 500 and 600 pages. My average page number per book amounted to 255 pages. I read 1 book published in 1800s, 2 books published in 1930s, 2 books published in 1940s, 1 book published in 1950s, 1 book published in 1960s, and 5 books published in 2010s. I read 9 books originally written in English and 3 books originally written in Turkish. I did not read any translated works this month. I read 7 books targeted towards adults and 5 books targeted towards middle grade audiences. I read 9 novels, 1 memoir, 1 short story, and 1 play. I listened to 6 audiobooks and read 4 ebooks and 2 paperbacks. I read 3 works in each, taking place in United States of America, Turkey, and England. I read 1 book taking place in both Greece and United States of America, 1 book taking place in United States of America and Germany, and 1 book taking place in United States of America, England, and Switzerland. I rated 1 work 6 out of 10, 5 works 7 out of 10, 5 works 8 out of 10, and 1 work 9 out of 10. My average rating for the month of May was 7.5, which was a quite good rating overall. For Reading Around the World challenge, I read work taking place in 6 different countries, which were United States of America, Turkey, England, Greece, Germany, and Switzerland. The total number of countries for the books that I read in 2024 became 20. However, I did not add any new country to the map, so the total number of new countries in 2024 stayed the same, which was 6, and the overall total number of countries in the map also stayed the same, which is 43. For Read Your Shelf Challenge, created by Chantal Reads All Day, the prompt for May was to read from an author that is new to me. And I read A Kind of Paradise by Amy Rebecca Tan. I had never read a book from this author before, so that's why I counted this book for the challenge. Like I mentioned before, I joined in 3 events in the month of May. The first one was a middle grade May, and I followed Lee's path for this challenge. For the prompt of London, which is a book that I wanted to read for a long time, I actually read 2 books, which were Echo by Munoz and A Kind of Paradise by Amy Rebecca Tan. For Paris, which is to read a short book, I read The Clue in the Diary by Keene. For Cairo, which is to read a book based outside of my continent, I read a book taking place in North America, Nancy's Mysterious Letter by Keene. Lastly, for Tokyo, reading a book about going home, traveling home, starting over, I read 5 Go Adventuring Again by Enid Blyton, one of the children in the gang, go back to her home for the winter holidays. Although I didn't do any prompts for this event, I also joined miserymay by reading Tess of the Dubbervilles by Thomas Hardy. And the third event took place in the months of April and May. I already read 10 books for Booktrovert Bingo in the month of April, which I mentioned in my April wrap-up video, part 3. And I read one book each for the remaining 6 squares. So I made a blackout actually in the middle of the month. For Shop Your Shelf Challenge, read any book you already own. I read Homework by Julie Andrews Edwards. For the prompt of Devout Love, show some love for an author's debut, I read Mahur Beste by Ahmet Hamdi Tanpınar. For the prompt of Make a Change, read in a medium you don't usually read, ebook, audio, book, library borrow. I read a play which is not something that I read very often. Fazilet Eczanesi by Haldun. For the scare of number 1 fan, read from a favorite author. I reread The Birds by Daphne de Maurier. For the square of pastel colors, a cover with pastels, I read The Clue in the Diary by Carolyn Keene. And lastly, for Spring Getaway, a vacation book, I read 5 Go Adventuring Again by Enid Blyton. Like I said before, this book takes place in winter holidays. So this was the summary of my reading in the month of May. Please comment down below what was your favorite book that you read in the month of May. Mine was Echo by Munoz Ryan. And if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. For Turkish word of the day, I'm going to choose misery. Misery means ızdırap in Turkish, and ızdırap is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.